Okay, this is a Link 6x6. This video is about lag and latency. I had really bad lag tonight, and I wanted to show you what I have to play with. So one game, tons of packet loss. The tank was teleporting all over the place. And another game, I had 500 milliseconds average. This game is starting out close to 400. We're going to see what happens. So when I do things like I hit right and my tank didn't turn, and I'm doing it right now. You see what my gun did, how it just jumped around? That's one of those weird things. Okay, see, I'm going over 500. I'm instructing my tank to just drive straight, and it's not doing it. It's turning too much. I just want to drive straight, and you saw what my gun did. That's typical. And that's because of the lag. I wanted to go one way. I wanted to go around it that way, but it went the other way. So then I said, well, now I got to go the other way. And then it hit the rock. So it's doing all this crazy stuff, and something else weird happened there. I had to reverse a little bit away from the rock, but it reversed away far more than I wanted to. And it's because of seriously, it's because of the lag and latency. I don't know what that was all about. But I cannot do any sort of strategic driving. Even though I have a low ping time of 250, I turned left and the vehicle didn't go left. But you know what? It was clear for me to jump anyway. I'm getting a sluggish response. Come on, see, it didn't turn, so I had to stop, and then it all of a sudden did a weird turn. It's not moving. The vehicle is not moving. Come on. Come on. Weird things are going on right now. Oh, I do have a repair kit. Vehicle is behaving very strangely. So that was because of lag and latency. It wasn't because of the damaged wheel. I was instructing the tank to go forward or reverse, and it just wasn't doing it. So we're going to move into this tank. Oh, I'm at the bottom. That sucks. I hit battle, and there was a delay to getting in. Okay, so I'm all the way at the bottom. Okay, if I say that means that the tank did something I didn't want it to do. I'm trying to drive straight. It's not happening. You saw that my gun did that weird thing where it spun around. So when I have this situation, it's either park somewhere and snipe and have everyone on your team hate you, or it's have a sucky game. Okay, so it's not turning again. Come on, come on. Very sluggish. Even at 250, it's doing horrible. So it's got to be severe packet loss. I'm trying to do a tight turn. I sort of did it. I mean, it worked out. Another tight turn. Another tight turn. Okay, so that was all good. Another tight turn. Tight turn. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was not a tight turn. That was, though. You see what happened? It spun all the way around. It wasn't because of the hill. It was because of the lag and the latency. Did you see that delay? That's what I have to deal with as a player, and I'm still a great player. I still rank up with ranked battles. I get general. I completed all the campaign. See, that again was because of the lag. My tank just spun around way more than I needed it to. I still get general. I still complete all the missions. I have an Object 260, which they say that, 1% of players in the game have an Object 260? Wait a second. This is weird. It says that I have... Oh, do you see what happened? But if I report this in as a bug, guess what's going to happen? You don't understand the mechanics of the game. You repeatedly post things in the game, in the forums that show you don't understand. You claim are bugs. Come on. That's not a bug. That's because of lag and latency. That was just really weird. The server was failing to properly report. See, I'm at the top of my team. I'm okay, so there's a few more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am number 7 on my team. Even with all that lag and latency, I'm still doing relatively well. And if I had a crappy tank, you pick the worst tier 8 tank. In fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through all the tier 8 tanks. I'm going to find the worst tier 8 tanks. and I'm going to play those in Frontline and prove to you that I can get General, and I'm going to beat everyone who's playing the Progetto, and the list goes on. The Object 416 is an example. Is it the 416? Where it's like super crappy tank. The gun is horrible. I'm only going to play fast tanks so you can see how crazy it is. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to play crappy tanks, and I'm going to get, so I'm moving out of A because we got too many people there and they don't need me. They're doing well. I don't understand how the game works, so everyone else does. So I'm gonna pick the 5 tanks with the lowest penetration. And I know it goes down to 185. Average in tier 8 is like 230 or 240. I'm going to get 185 tank, and I will make it stock, and I will show you its stock after the game is over. I'm not going to play from a replay. It'll be a live game, and I will get, that was from the latency, and I will get General with the worst, see, and I took damage because of that. And he took almost half of my hit points. I will get General playing the worst tank in the game, and then people will still say I'm a crappy player. And that's what you got to go through. So I want the experience, so I'm going to shoot at that guy. So, you know, that might have been a dumb move. I really wasn't paying close attention. But I'm going to be playing dumb today because I'm not used to doing commentary while I'm playing the video game. So now we've got 3 minutes to waste. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the game. First of all, if you're defending B, there's people that leave B to go to A. When they do that, they usually lose the game. And the reason why is because the enemy will cap B because there's fewer defenders. I've seen as many as 4 people leave B to go to A. And then they cap E, and then they go for the objectives, and then it's a game over. And I've seen it so many times. People need to learn to not do that. The other thing is when there's only a few minutes left in the game and people cap D and they rush into E, they lose. And the reason why is because it takes a fast tank like a minute to get from D to E, and then it takes like 2 minutes to cap E. So it takes like 2 to 3 minutes, at minimum 2 minutes and 15 seconds to cap E. And you got to fight your way, and then you get a 2-minute extension. Do you see why it's the wrong strategy? But people do it. They know better than I do. You know, I don't know. 15-second deficit, and that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, slow tanks are going to take 2 to 3 minutes to get here. They're not going to have engineering. They're going to take 2 minutes to cap. It takes 4 to 5 minutes to cap to get a 2-minute extension. It's the wrong strategy to play that way. So another thing you're going to want to do, if you're in D and you have a slow tank, don't go to 1. Because by the time you get there, it'll be destroyed. Because you're slow, the fast tanks are going to go there and destroy it. You'll be halfway there. So head for 2. And then by the time you get to 2, it'll also be destroyed. Well, it won't. But that's the right strategy. At least you get a chance. One thing weird about the game is I frequently spawn in to defend C. You know, it could happen like 7 out of 10 games. I defend C. I'm going to be honest, it hasn't happened this week, but this is November something. January through October, 7 out of 10 games I was defending C. And I don't care. You know, people say C is the hardest. Well, those are noobs. That's what a noob says. I like the challenge, and I prefer to be on C because I want to play the difficult positions that my allies are unable to play because I'm a better player. Now, from sitting out for 3 minutes, let's see how much my rank hurt. Look at how much I fell in the rank for sitting out. I was like number 7, and I dropped all the way down to here because I died. Being in the game keeps you alive. The other thing is if you watch the games where I get General, a lot of them were just easy games. I just, cap C, cap F, get General. There was a day when I capped D, I drove to E and capped E, and I drove to F and capped F. So, it's possible to do it, and you get General very easily. All I did was sit on 3 caps, and I got General. It's no big deal. People who talk about farming damage, what they really want is EXP is what gets you up to the prestige. And I've already got the both of the tanks. I have the AE phase 1. I got it a month ago, and I really didn't play that much to get it. I take a lot of time off. And It's EXP, not damage that levels you up. And they're wrong to say that. But the reason why they're saying that is probably because they have high penetration guns, which are well suited for doing damage. If they reset cap, they would get high EXP. Okay, so you know what? I really should have spent that time evaluating what was going on. You know what? None of these fronts are good. So I'm going to stick to E. And you know what? My allies are not telling me what my vehicle's, my vehicle's not moving. I hit the R and it didn't do anything. Your allies are not telling, my allies never tell me what's going on in their front. So I have no idea if they're short on players or have an excess. I don't know. You want to go left with light tanks so you can snipe the cap freely. If you go right, there's too many objects and buildings in the way. And there's nobody on the cap. I'm really not paying attention to the game. I have incredible situational awareness. I literally watch the mini-map. My eyes are glued to the mini-map. If something happens, I'm always the first one on my team to know what's going on. F that. F that. Okay, so what happened was he hit me, and for some reason I thought the shot was coming from the other direction. Did you think that too? Rewind it. Rewind the video. I'm not going to F the replay. This is a live game. It's not a replay, so I have to wait 3.5 minutes. My advice, advance the video 3.5 minutes, okay? So I think what happened was the game may have showed me that the shot came from behind me. So I turned my gun to look behind me, but the guy was literally in front of me. And then I got shot from the front. It may be because of confusion as to the hit indicator, because does the hit indicator, it tells you the direction that the enemy tank is in, but is it where your hull is pointed or where the gun is pointed? And if it's where the hull is pointed and your gun is pointed the other way, you might get confused as to the direction that the shot came from. So either I thought that the shot came from behind me for some reason, either because it looked like the gun tracer came from behind me, or because the hit indicator came from a weird direction that just confused me. So that's one of the problems. Legitimately, the enemy got those two damaging shots on me. I have nothing to complain about. I may have, this is my ranked battles crew, if I remember correctly. So I probably have 6 cents on this tank. I'm removing 6 cents from some of my tanks because I don't think it's necessary to play with it anymore. If that had 6 cents, that's an example of how it really wouldn't have worked. Now keep in mind, I have 500 millisecond delay. So my 6 cents goes off 500 milliseconds later or more. So I get, that's a half second. 500 milliseconds is a half second. So I don't know. And normally when the 6 cents goes off, I immediately take evasive maneuvers, which would have been to evade the shot, but I was unable to do that. They were already aimed at me. They spotted me and aimed at me and fired at me before I knew what was going on. There's a little bit of a delay, which I have to deal with. Okay, so we're going to look at the map. I study the map, obviously, to see what's going on. Obviously, there's lots of enemy tanks over here. They're probably going to go into E. There's 4 minutes left because they don't know how to play the game. The fast tanks that know how to, I don't know. The fast tanks should go kill objectives. They only got 4 minutes left. They're going to cap E. It's going to take them 2 minutes to cap for a 2-minute extension. It'll take them 2 minutes to cap C. They're starting now. Let's say they do it in 1:15, and then it takes them 45 to get out to get a 2-minute extension. They don't gain anything. They lose by capping. They should be going after the OBJs. You only get the extra 2 minutes from capping F, and you got to cap it less than 4 minutes. It doesn't work. So already a half minute has gone by. We'll see what they're going to get out of C. We'll see how long. It was like 4 minutes when they started capping. We're going to see If they get down to 2 minutes, that means it was a complete waste of time. They all should have respawned, killed themselves and respawned into D and started going for the objectives. And then you win the game. It's not about winning. It's about rank. It's about rank. Whatever. I got a great idea. Let's play a game where you're not supposed to try and win. That's an amazing idea. Okay, so I should be playing with a high pen tank destroyer with strong armor, but I'm not going to do it because I want you to see the horrible ping time. This is not bad. This is actually pretty decent, the ping time that I have. Okay, so it was a little bit slow to change direction. You want to go straight when you're about to fire because it keeps your bloom of your reticle a little bit smaller. If you keep turning, your bloom is more at a maximum. So I'm straightening out and then fire, and then fire. And you see, I tried to go forward, but it slow to react. Look at that, look at that. You're getting triggered. Using auto aim, you're getting triggered. Okay, so I'm not getting good stats. I was hoping, hey, I'm gonna get general. I'm gonna show people how I get general with 500 milliseconds. Not happening. Let's do a handbrake turn. Wow, amazing performance. Look at that Unicum. He's an Unicum. I knew that wouldn't penetrate, but this one will. Because I don't care. Because you know what? You don't penetrate the shots you don't take is the reason why. Look at that. Now, was that not amazing gameplay? I'm going to swing around. Oh, look at that. He missed me. Huh. Ooh, look at that. I penetrated on red. Please post in the comments and in the forums about how you never fire when it's red. Please. Please tell me. Okay. I got an issue with the turret. It looked like my shot never made it out. Maybe it did. I don't know. But I was led to believe. I didn't see a tracer. There was no indicator. Got my hand off the keyboard. Oh, maybe my dead general is giving me a long reload and I didn't realize it. That might be why I have a long reload, because when your general is, when your commander is dead, it impacts like the BIA. He gives you extra crew skills, like maybe an extra 11% or something. So you lose that, which impacts your reload. So dying is not out of the question. That Unicum killed me. 215, you know, it's going to be hurtful. It's going to be painful. I'm going to lose a lot of... I'm not halfway on my team, but, you know, I'm beating all these guys, and I doubt they're playing with 500 millisecond ping time. So on my YouTube channel, I don't put up games where I've got 430 throughout 22 minutes a game, but I don't put those on my channel. So people don't see what I have to go through on a daily basis. Every game today that I have played has been in the 400s up to the 700s. I was playing with 700s earlier today. And that's when my tank was teleporting around. I have to deal with this on a daily basis, and it impacts your win rate. It impacts your gameplay, and then everybody says you're doing a disservice to your team, and I'm like, who cares? It's just a game, and they take it so seriously. Did they get? They got an extension? Okay, so they got an extension. They capped something. Now remember, there were 4 minutes. They hadn't capped E and they hadn't capped C. Their net gain is -1 minute. You see what I'm talking about? They spent time on E and C, and they ended up with 1 minute less. At the 4 minute mark, they all could have spawned at D and headed for 1 and for 2. That's the proper strategy. People exploit the reward system right now. So they try to extend the game because you get equal rewards even if you lose. So people are currently exploiting the reward system. It's November. I have been sending complaints for 11 months. Every month I send complaints to fix the reward system. because people are losing on purpose, and I send them all the screenshots of the in-game chats. I've sent them like 100. All the comments, how they bitch at everybody for losing. Okay, so they finished capping these three. They got a 2-minute, 10-second gain. Was it worth it? And they did virtually no damage to the objectives. How much time? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8 minutes of gameplay, and they got virtually nothing out of it. And now they're 2 minutes above. They could have been working on those objectives over those 8 minutes, and they're not. Did I hit the booster? No, I didn't. I'm not really that good with wheeled vehicles. I know I have replays where I have amazing games with the wheeled vehicles. However, I still make a lot of mistakes, and I know I'm tier 8. I bought the EBR recently. I didn't buy it a year ago when it came out. I still make a lot of mistakes. I do have to learn a little bit, and it's a lot more difficult to play wheeled vehicles with latency, which is at 461 right now. He should have died. He's still alive. You see that? How the game just there was interruption for a moment. And there was another one. So I'm probably not going to get that light tank. I did a tighter turn. Oh, look at that. That was planned. Okay, so obviously that wasn't planned. So I had a lot of time, like 3 times where I had to wait 3 minutes. It's going to impact my stats. That sucks. I think when you do the replays, I don't think you sit through the 3-minute wait. I don't think you do. So that's how you know this is not. I'm thinking about bailing on this video. All the unikums are over here. Okay, so let's see how I'm doing. I'm not halfway for my team, but I'm doing okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the sniping positions because we know everybody loves to hear about that. So, okay, I'm going to give you a bonus. I really shouldn't do this. You're going to get a reward for listening at this point. You're going to get a special reward. Nobody knows this. This is how you win this game. I'm going to tell you how to win. You come over here to this position, right here in front of these rails, right over here with an UDIS or STRV. You can hit objective 5 on the side with high pen rounds on the UDIS, and you kill it. And if the enemy doesn't control this territory, they won't find you. If you control this, you kill objective 5. You go like this, you hit objective 4 from this position. If they don't control over here, they'll never find you, and you kill it. And then you quit. You kill yourself pressing the J key, and you respawn, and you come over here to this position, and you go just past these warehouses over here, and you hit objective 1 with the UDIS or STRV, and you kill it. Oh, in this particular game, you'd be able to do it because my team controls this area, and that's how you kill 3 objectives, and you win this game. See if all the unikums know that strategy. I don't know how to play the game. I'm stupid. And you can damage objective 3 from up here. You can damage objective 3. I'm going to be honest, I haven't done it, but I've seen other people do it. So now you know the secrets. I have done it from down in this area. I think maybe from behind these houses over here, you can damage objective 3, but you might need to use HE rounds. I'm not sure. Like I said, you can do it from back here. Okay, so that's a little secret. You know, I don't know how to play the game. Don't watch my sniping videos. They're crap videos from what everybody posts in the forums and in the comments. You already knew those sniping positions. Okay, so that's amazing. That's not a bug. You can also damage objective 1 from here. You sit over here in this area, and you shoot between the houses, and you can hit objective 5, I meant. With a J Panther 2, you can do it with a Scorpion, with an UDIS, And you could do it in this game because the enemy does not control this territory, and they're not going to spot you here, and then they don't know what's going on. Game over. I have seen someone kill damage objective 1 from, get there real quick, from right over here somewhere. I've seen somebody do it. Okay, there's, I can't get into F. I'm going to get into 1. Hit battle. Game's over. So I'm sorry about the poor ranking and the poor damage. My tank is not moving. I hit the proper keys and the tank didn't do anything. Look at where I spawned in. I spawned in right at the objective. You see what my gun did? Yeah, that's really useful in a game. My gun just jumped around. 500 millisecond. So with this, I tried using high explosive rounds. What the fuck? Did you see that? I fired 2 shots from that close. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? 180? That is weird. And I hit the heat thing, and that's 35 millimeter, and I hit it with a 180, and it did nothing. That is weird. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, so it was a live game. You're going to see the after-game results. You can see my amazing performance. So sitting out of the game is the reason why I didn't rank up. If I had stayed alive, sometime it was because I'm a little bit distracted talking, and part of it is because, oh, wow, that was horrible. You know, but that's for damage. We look at EXP. This is one of the worst games I've ever had, literally. Literally one of the worst games I ever had. But for kills, hey. But we go by the stat that makes us look the best, which is, of course, going to be this one. By this stat, I'm number 1 on the team. In fact, I beat the general. Okay, so it was a horrible game. It is because of sitting out for like 9 minutes. I sat out. Please post. Oh, this is not a video about latency and pack loss. This is a video about your poor gameplay. Please put that in the comments. I haven't heard it.